tuning into My Bollywood Body. I'm your host Sunny with Jim Manion, NPC Chairman and the President of IFBB Pro League. And this jacket is brought to you by Canadian Physique Alliance. Ron, next time, don't make me pay for it. At least if I'm paying for it, sell it to me at a cost. I paid $150 for this.
Wow.
I got ripped off.
I don't think so. I think it's good.
Again, you know, Ron gave it to me, so I don't even mind paying him $1,000 for the jacket. Once again, thank you very much for so much support. I want to give a shout out to Ron Hash, our president at the CPA. Along with all the athletes, we do about over 60 shows a year. I try my best to reach out to a lot of athletes, try to give them exposure to our platform. One of the main reasons for me driving all the way down and taking your precious time is I wanted to talk to you about, the future of Canadian bodybuilding, the future of men's physique, the future of, like the bikini, the fitness or whatnot. How do you see Canadian athletes fit in when it comes to the bigger stage like Olympia? Do you see a potential of, our local talent making their way up to and eventually winning the Olympia one day?
Absolutely. Let's start with bikini. Laura Lee. She was second last year, very close second.
Yep.
And actually, I just came from California a couple weeks ago. I saw her. She's training out there. I don't know if she's going back to Canada at all, but I'm sure she's going to be ready in there again.
Nice.
I believe Ian just took, third this past weekend in Tampa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Chris Bumstead is way up there,
Chris Bumstead obviously is challenged every time he steps on stage.
Oh, wow.
It's been very close between him and
I've noticed every time I've seen you, every time you talk about Chris Bumstead, there is a smile on your face. What's up with that?
Well, I mean, obviously he's a good looking guy, young guy, and he's great for our sport. Seems like a fine young man.
And
good representative.
And how is the connection when it comes to the NPC and IFBB and CPA? You guys get along well?
We've always gotten along well. Actually, not to bring up any kind of history, before we kind of split,
okay.
Ron Hesse and I were very, very close. He kind of set up the Ontario Federation.
True.
Kind of followed the NPC form of running events and how we qualify people to turn pro, etc., etc. So Ron and I have been working together for quite a long time.
What tips do you want to give to the athletes who are currently a member with CPA, the Physique Alliance, and they compete at the local shows? Because anybody who commits themselves, okay, you know what, I want to compete. So nobody wants to just compete in a one local show and then just sit down and relax. They have an ambition, they have a goal, they have a vision. They want to start local and go all the way up, eventually get their pro card. So I've seen a lot of the local shows there, guys and the girls that I meet. I mean, they're novice, they're amateurs, they're new guys, but the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, I want a pro card. So I know obviously if they get a pro card, they want to compete on bigger shows, they want to come to states to compete, they eventually want to end up at the Olympia. So what tips you want to give them, that what should they work on in order to get their body to that level where they can represent the country on a bigger scale?
Well, obviously, as you said, I mean, they have to work, start out at regional shows, local shows, just keep advancing. It's kind of a stepping stone type of foundation that you need to, everybody sometimes wants to jump right into a pro qualifier, but you need to do something beforehand. You need to get some experience on stage, and then you step into the pro qualifiers. And then Ron is, as you said, supplying so many shows up there.
Yes,
I really want to give a shout out to Ron.
He's an amazing.
He's doing a phenomenal
He's
job.
an amazing person.
He really
other than the promoter, he's a very amazing. He's like a fatherly figure to me. He's an amazing individual, and you can tell. Like, I'm not really a fit guy, but every time I talk to him, he's always telling me, "Oh, Riz, you gotta hit the gym. You gotta do this. You gotta do that." So I really respect him for that as well. Anything you wanted to add? When it comes to the CPA, anything you want us to improve?
CPA, I don't know. Ron just keeps improving it, honestly. He keeps having more regional events, which I said are really, really supportive for the pro qualifiers. Not everybody, as I said, can jump right into a pro qualifier. So these regional events really give people a chance. And sometimes some people just want to win. Maybe the Ontario Championships. Maybe that's all they're really shooting for. Maybe they don't have time or don't want to be a pro, pro physique, pro bodybuilder, pro bikini. They want something to train for, so they get in the Ontario Championships. Maybe they win that, and they don't want to even go any further.
See, this year at 2019 at the Olympia, I know there's about 6 or 7 Canadians who will be competing. I'm in different categories, right? There's a 212 class. There's a Bhuvan from Edmonton or Calgary. He is in the men's physique class. So any tips you wanted to add? Because these guys have already made it. They are there going to be on the big stage.
If they made it to Olympia, honestly, there's not much more I can tell them other than that day. Just come prepared to be worked on the stage. As I said, we work the mare a little longer than we do in a lot of contests because this is the Olympia. So between Steve and Sandy and Tyler, they're going to be working these people.
Oh, is that
so
right?
They're going to get compared a lot.
So one tip, I mean, we recorded another interview earlier, and where we talked about the tips that, you know, Jim, that you wanted to add is, yes, you are bringing the best package that you can, but you also got to work on your posing.
Absolutely, on the presentation is very important. Not even when they're out front being compared. We have the athletes on diagonals on the side of the stage. You'll see athletes standing or waiting to be called out or having called out. A lot of times they'll relax. You can't even relax over there.
Well, no way.
No way, because as a judge, sometimes judges already made a decision like who's in front of them there, and they're scanning, looking to see who they want to see next, and they might look over there, and if someone's stomach's hanging out or someone's standing too relaxed. So when you're on stage, this is what you've trained for years.
Wow.
You're going to get to the Olympia stage. So even when you're not in the center being compared and you're on the diagonals, you want to always stay, not necessarily flex real hard, but you want to make sure you're standing up straight, presenting your package to the judges in case they are scanning and looking over there.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much once again,
All
Jim,
right.
for your time. And guys, make sure, so support your local talent, support CPA. If you're not a member of CPA, make sure to sign up right now, www.canadianphysiquealliance.com. Other than that, you'll see their caption popping up just in case I messed up the website name. You know, it's my habit. I drove 6 hours. I woke up at 5 a.m. We talked about it earlier in the interview as well. If you are looking for a jacket or an upper or a t-shirt or a shirt or trousers or socks or hoodie, anything like that, you know, you want to represent CPA, especially if you are going to be at the 2019 Olympia, make sure to check out Canadian Physique Alliance Instagram page. You'll see the information in the description box. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Canada's most watched and followed fitness channel on the web. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.